Appreciate you being here. ULL recap first. I just want to say very disappointed in our performance. I thought you got to give ULL credit. They got a good football team, but we didn't do anything to really help ourselves the other night. Thought we were outcoached, outplayed in all three phases. And really, it's unacceptable. I mean, that's something that at Troy we're not going to accept that. And I'm responsible. I'm the head coach, and we're all disappointed. Disappointed for our players, our fans. You can control the things you can control, but our guys continue to give us great effort. That's not the issue. And no one's happy really where we're at. That's just to be honest with you. But our players and coaches, we're 100% committed to fixing our issues as we move forward. And we got a proud program here with a lot of great tradition. And I think the future's really bright. But I think you'll see our guys respond this weekend in a way that'll make us proud in this university. So, just wanted to say that before we moved on. And we had a good practice yesterday, and I like our energy and our guys' enthusiasm, but very disappointed to say the least in last weekend. As we move forward, looking at App State, I mean, obviously really good football team, 10-1 East Division champions. Head coach is Eli Drinkwitz, who's a great guy, a good friend of mine as well, and he runs the offense. He's an offensive guy. He's been successful everywhere he's been, at NC State, Boise State. Really does a really good job. They're averaging 38 points a game on offense, so very good offensive team. I think they start with their quarterback, Zach Thomas. I think he's the unquestioned leader maybe on that side of the ball. Very experienced guy. He's thrown 20 touchdowns, run for almost 400 yards. Can really make plays with his feet. Very familiar with him. He's from the state of Alabama, so I remember him coming out of high school. And really good player. Been very impressed with what Eli's done with him and the things they've asked him to do. He's really executed at a high level. The running back, Darrington Evans, is one of the best backs in the country in my opinion. He's fantastic. He's run for over 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns. I think he's an NFL guy for sure. And just very impressed with how he handles himself and the way he runs the football inside, outside the tackles, both. Can catch it, good in pass protection, complete back in my opinion. I know they lost Corey Sutton. He's a really good football player. Been impressed watching him all year on film, off and on. He's out, I guess, with an ACL from what I understand. You hate to see any really good player go down with that injury, so we're very familiar with that here. So really disappointed for him. He'll probably rebound well, I'm sure. I think he's got another year. Malik Williams, though, is their their leading receiver with 45 catches. Really good player, and he'll make plays. So he's a guy that'll fill in nicely. He's already played a lot and has a lot of good experience. And so they got a really solid offense. They do a great job with formations, play actions, and run the wide zone like we do, very similar. So be a really big challenge for our defense. Defensively, Ted Roof's their defensive coordinator. He's one of the best in the business, very experienced guy. Has been a lot of good places and really has done a nice job everywhere he's been. I know of him a little bit through some friends and so forth, and just heard great things about him, and you can see it show up on film. I think he's an old linebacker himself, so you see a lot of him in the way they play defense. Number 59, Jordan Fair, their linebacker, is very impressive, makes a lot of tackles. I think he leads the team with 86 tackles and 7 tackles for loss. He looks like, to me, the guy that kind of gets them lined up and runs the show, that's what you want of your inside linebacker or middle linebacker. Very impressed with him, plays with great effort. This whole defense, they play extremely hard, and they play well. They're where they're supposed to be and very well coached. The next guy, Akeem Davis Gaither, is one of the more talented guys, I think, in our league. I think you'll see him play for a long time in the NFL. He has 82 total tackles, but I think the thing that shows up with him, he's got 12 and a half tackles for a loss. He's going to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. They put him in positions to do that, and I can see why. There's strong safety, number 7, Josh Thomas. He gets a lot of tackles. They use him in the run fit. 64, I think, is what he has. 2 tackles for a loss. Very physical guy, plays downhill, very active. Really impressed with him. And then they got a pass rusher, Demetrius Taylor, who I've been impressed with. I think he leads them with 6 sacks, 12 tackles for a loss. Plays with great passion and energy, extremely hard. He's somebody you have to know where he is in pass protection for sure. So very talented defense. I think it's a very mature defense. A lot of seniors. I want to say 6 or 7 are starters on that side of the ball. They've been there at App for a long time. They're all seniors now, and usually experience means good things, and it's no different with this team. Special teams, their punter is Xavier Subatosh. I'm not sure exactly how to say his name. 42.2 average. He's got a long of 67. He's one of the better punters in the country, and they're very well coached in the special teams. Eric Link does that. I know him very well. Good friend of mine. Worked with him at other places. Very sound. They're going to make you line up right on special teams, and they're going to do a great job in protecting and kicking and punting. Their kickoff guy, Chandler Staton, 9 of 14 field goals. I think what stands out for him is he's 5 of 6 from 40 to 49 yards. So plenty of leg to do it. So just a really well-rounded football team, I think. That's why they're where they're at. That's why they're 10-1 and going to play in a conference championship. We've played 2 really good teams last week and this week back to back. It's a big test and a big challenge, but I will say we get to play here at home one last time, and it's a special day because of our seniors being senior day. We've got 13 seniors that that have really had a great career here. It'll be exciting to see those guys play their final game here. I think you'll get a great effort, obviously, from all of those guys, but I think our entire team. I think we've had a reality check this week, so I think our team will respond the right way, and looking forward to seeing that happen. Okay, questions?
With the short week, one less day, and the Thanksgiving holiday, how do you apportion your work and practice time for the
we've had to move everything up a day, obviously, because of us playing a day early. So getting off the trip on Sunday morning early, I guess we got in at 3 or 4 in the morning, and then getting back to work on a Monday, which usually Monday's an off day for us. So we had a practice yesterday, and then we'll get in our normal weekly schedule, a Tuesday type practice yesterday. Today's more like a Wednesday type practice and so forth, but try to keep it as much of a routine as we can for our players. I think that's important for players to kind of build up for the game, and we have a certain way to do that. So not a lot different from that standpoint, just a shorter week, and you lose the off day, obviously. We did give them off Sunday the rest of the day. We just did treatment and meetings, but from a practice standpoint.
You mentioned getting a reality check, and obviously nobody expects to lose by 50.
Oh yeah.
Just how shocking was that?
Yeah, I mean, it was shocking, to be honest with you. It seemed like we just weren't in rhythm, so to speak, and when we made a play, we would take 2 steps backward. You take 1 step forward, 2 steps backward, so to speak, with either a penalty or a turnover or something. But no excuses. We got to play better. We got to coach better. We got to play better. That's the way it is, and I'm very, very in tune to that. And I think you'll see our team, rebound the right way.
In terms of your seniors, again, they made the transition into your staff for their final year. Can you talk a little bit more about the importance that those seniors had in that regard, Coach?
Yeah, I think you've got a group of seniors that, if you remember, a lot of those guys came to Troy off of a 4-8 season. I think J.L. Gaston was telling me that the other day. They came to Troy because they loved Troy, and they believed in the vision and what was coming. And when I got here, they continued to do the same thing. We don't have a big senior class, but it was very important that those seniors kind of bought into us and what we were trying to do and so forth, and they did. And they're great kids. I feel like I got a great relationship, I know personally, with each and every one of them. I think they'll be, it'll be a special day Friday because of what all they've been through and what they've done here. Anytime you end your career, at a place like this, Division I football, it's going to be a special day. But I would say that those kids have really been good for us, good for our staff. They've given us everything they could, and we want to try to send those guys out the right way.
And piggybacking off that, how important is a win ending the season, especially for those seniors?
Oh, for sure. I mean, for a couple reasons. One, you still have an opportunity to get in a bowl game possibly. You have the opportunity to get the off-season started correctly. I mean, there's just a lot of good things, and not to mention that this is these guys' last game here at the Vet, and you'd love to send those guys out the right way here at home. And I think that's something that our team, not just our seniors, that's important to our team. I think we all are on board with that, it feels like, and I think we all want to do a good job for those guys.